head of Vash-Hud, Laura, I think you need to speak to Megan, the head of social work, and then you guys may need actually to speak to psychiatry about having your heads examined. Because a few weeks ago on Monday, I came down there to your VA office while we waited outside, me and the other veterans from the Compass that have been ignored by you people. You told me that your staff was offended by asking them to tend to the details of their professional responsibilities and to stop jackassing around by looking at numbers off the sides of buildings to place veterans. Now, under no uncertain terms, you told me that you'd like me to back off and let your people do what they do. Well, giving people false hope is incredibly illegitimate. Giving people false hope and telling them that they've 95% got a place like Derek told to Miss Vicky Hazdakis. Now, Vicky Hazdakis is an U.S. Army veteran. I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran. I don't know if you guys are veterans. I know that you're social workers, but it seems to me like you couldn't be. And so I think you just have a job. But that's not what this is about. This is about human lives. Now, you better tell your people under no uncertain terms that if I hear one more person that works for the Veterans Administration tell people who are veterans that they could move into like a compass at shoreline and do absolutely nothing for 2 years, well, that will be a benediction of sorts because, to me it is. But it will be a crucifixion of your actual professionalism. I mean, I don't see how you guys can continue this way. So I did back off. When you give people false hope who are homeless, cold, hungry, tired, angry, and agitated, you've committed a sin. That's an absolute egregious sin. You don't give anyone false hope and then tell them 95% sure you've got it figured out. Your people don't have anything figured out. Now, I'm speaking to apartments.com down in San Francisco, and I'm thinking in a macro level because you guys are incompetent. Now, Vicky Hazdakis actually spoke to the leasing manager of my place. This is my place now. Thank you very much, thank you very much, United States government, for respecting the fact that I'm a U.S. veteran after 11 months of nonsense. Now, here we go again, and I hear that these filthy Lutherans are telling everyone, including actual case managers, you can move in for 2 years and do absolutely nothing with keys to your own apartment. Now, what the fuck does that mean? You need to move people through it, to it. Do you understand me? Under no uncertain terms. Through it, to it, now. So, I backed off. Jelani told me that this is what we do, right, Thomas? When a person finds a place, well, this is where we really, measure up, I suppose. Well, you've not measured up. You've measured up to a short stick or a short straw. I don't know what that means. But when people's lives are in danger, it means that it's criminal negligence. When veterans are being ignored and other veterans are being put into places and shut up for a couple of years, shut out, what you're doing is you're not allowing that bed space to be available to people who are on the street and out in the rain. So this whole thing needs to be rehashed. Imagine that. We have to rehash Vash. We have to rehash HUD and their actual commitment to this also. So if you are committed to keeping your job, you better tell your people to stop taking numbers off the sides of buildings. And if I hear one more person give false hope with a 95% assurance and fails, well, they're going to have to deal with me personally because I'm not very nice about this. I'm going to the mayor next week also. There's going to be an interfaith congress, just like there was in the 1890s in Chicago. It didn't go too good because it looks like the religious leaders of the world don't like to talk to each other because they know that they're full of shit and that spiritualism is a human condition, that we would create it on our own even if we weren't taught certain edicts of what. Now, under the guise of God, you guys are goddamned. I'm telling you, you're goddamned. And so I wouldn't go to sleep well at night knowing that there are veterans out on the street. But one more person from your staff says that veterans have to do absolutely nothing for 2 years and get housed by the Lutherans. And I'm telling you, it ain't going to be pretty because I'm going to go for the throats of your professionalism. I'm going to go for the throats of every single person who's fucking around here. And I mean it. This is not a threat of aggravated assault because I am not a person who does that. I'm quite smarter than that. I would rather go about this the right way, and I mean you guys better go about it the right way. I want my veterans off the street. I want you guys to pound the pavement and do your due diligence in advance. If I find you wasting any more of their times, I might go up there and take rides now with people just to see how they're doing. Because I'm a real veterans advocate. You guys are fucked if you don't get your shit together.